long time you were in denial about
Yes.
having anything wrong with you. And
Yep.
so for someone who sees a loved one, what can you advise in helping them seek help without sounding like a broken record, annoying them, angering them, nagging them?
I get this question every time from women. I'm serious.
The nagging comment?
Yeah, no, well, you've just got to keep at it. This is, so if my wife Mary if Belle's mum was standing here right now, she would say, don't give up. Never stop trying to get that person help. You can't stop trying to get that person help. I mean, I think what could really be useful is trying to get a really close friend in as well. One of the problems that with me was that because we'd moved from Asia to Tasmania, I didn't really have any close friends in Tasmania. And so Mary, it wasn't like Mary could say, so it wasn't like she could bring in a really close friend and say, you've got to talk to him. And everything was just, and Mary herself was struggling with what I was going through. And I'm not even sure I would have listened to a close friend. I mean, when you get into a state of denial, you think you're fine. I thought I was fine. I really did, until I got to the point where and see, the other problem was I was working remotely. So my boss was Mark Bendyke, who a lot of you guys might remember, right? He was the bureau chief here for a number of years. So Mark didn't see me during the day because I'm in Tasmania editing stories. And if I came across on the phone as being fine, what's Mark to know? Mark didn't know that when I sent him an email and say, hey Mark, I'm not feeling well, he didn't know that I was lying in bed, couldn't even lift my head off the pillow. I was so depressed, could barely summon the strength to send him an email. He didn't know that because he couldn't see it, right? So I think maybe trying to get a friend in could help, but you got to persevere and stick at it. Even just one of the things that people have done who I've spoken to, they've sent my stories to their spouses or partners, and that's actually been helpful. Hey, you should read this story, or have a look at this guy, what he's written about his PTSD. Sometimes it just takes a little while for men especially to come round to the idea that they might be going through some problems, but as Mary, she never gave up. Did she, sweetie? Yeah.